Today I'm interviewing Rosa Robota, a victim of the Holocaust. Now, Rosa, you've been through so much. Let's start at the beginning. Where were you born?
I was born in Checheno, Poland in 1921. There is not much known information on my early years, but I became a member of the Hashomer Hatzair Zionist Socialist Youth Movement.
Interesting. Can you reflect on who your parents were and how much they impacted you?
Unfortunately, there is no known evidence of who my parents were, but like so many children, my parents were always important role models in my life.
Could you tell me about the camp you were imprisoned at? Any experiences that you had?
I had been detained at Auschwitz. It was a dirty camp full of brutal labor and torture. Despite the conditions, we tried to remain hopeful together.
I've only heard a few ways that the Jews fought back, yet they're some of the most inspiring stories I've ever heard. Do you have any specific examples or stories?
In 1944, I started a retaliation group and revolted against the Sonderkommando. Alla Gertner, Regina Safier-Stashin, Esther Wasblum, and myself all smuggled explosives into Auschwitz in matchboxes. Getting caught could have cost our lives on the spot.
It must have been a terrifying experience. What role did this play in the overall revolt?
It was. The prisoners from the Special Detachment then blew up Crematorium 3 of Auschwitz using the explosives we had smuggled in. It killed 4 SS men and injured many others.
Wow. What happened after this? What was your involvement discovered?
After the revolt, the Nazis arrested and tortured me and the other women. I was interrogated and beaten, but did not reveal any of my fellow conspirators. I was proud of what I had done and would suffer if it meant the others could possibly see the end of the Nazi regime.
What happened after the war?
By the time the war was over, I had already been killed, although I was executed not long before the war ended.
That is heartbreaking. How can you describe what you felt knowing that you would die shortly before the war would end?
My death is something that I take pride in because I did it to help others. I was hung during the last execution at Auschwitz. The date was January 6, 1945. Before my death, I fought for my life and the lives of others. I knew what the Nazis were doing was wrong, and I wanted to help other Jews.
That is such an inspiring story. I'm sure you're a hero for people all across the world. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Rosa.
Thank you.